Hello, everyone, and welcome to the first episode, well, more of like an episode 0 sort of deal of our Kids on Bikes stream. We have a lot of my friends throughout my life here joined with us, and I'm really excited to play with everybody. It's going to be a really great time. We're also only a couple subs away from reaching 25 subs, which is the next like emote tier. So if we happen to reach that tonight, then I'll do a dice giveaway, and I'll give away 2 sets of dice, and we may not do that on the stream today, but we will do that giveaway maybe on my Twitter or on the Discord. So if you don't follow me on Discord or if you don't follow me on Twitter or you aren't in the Discord, go ahead and join those so that you can do that stuff. Type !Discord to get a link to the Discord, or you can find it in my just account generally. And Matihi, 2 sets of dice. Thank you for asking. But without further ado, you kind of know who I am if you're here already. I'm Emma, also known as Emma Panada. You can find me on Twitter and Twitch at Emma Panada. And yeah, we just do like TTRPG streams. And
yeah.
I got
nailed it.
Yep, nailed it. First try. But we also have some other faces that you may not know, as in you probably don't know, and we'll go in order of most likely to you have known to least likely. So, starting off, we will go with Nina Wolverina. Nina, can you tell us a little bit about yourself and a little bit about the character you'll be playing?
Right. Hi, everyone. I'm Nina. I'm an artist, and I stream art sometimes on my channel, which is Nina Wolverina. That's the same on my Twitter and my Insta. My character that I'm playing, her name is Andy, and she is a jock and the girl version of a himbo, and I'm very excited for everyone to meet her.
Emma, you muted.
There we go. Absolutely
Hey,
she
perfect. Love it. Okay, next up we have none other than the boy, Graham.
Oh.
We're like,
The
oh.
science community, maybe you know Graham. I don't know, but
Probably
Graham,
not.
why don't you go ahead and tell us who you are?
Hi, I'm Graham. I'm a grad student in biomedical engineering and an older friend of Emma's. I am playing Brandon Kinsey, who is a wannabe. He's an only child looking to make some friends as he goes into high school.
Heck yes. And then next up we have the incredible, the beautiful Ash.
What a wonderful introduction. Hi, I'm Ash. I go by Zephyr Chaotix on Twitter and anything else I can get my hands on. I'll be playing Justin Jungsol Park. Nice little, dumb little Korean boy. He's happy-go-lucky, daydreaming, not really present while being anywhere.
Okay, perfect.
Just how I want to live my life, honestly.
Honestly, yeah, if I could just go back to being a child and getting to do nothing and be like that, that'd be perfect.
Yeah.
And last but not least, we have the incredible, the beautiful, Arabella.
Hi guys, I'm Arabella. I am sincerely Arabella on Instagram, but I don't really have a social media presence. I just play board games and watch Chinese dramas. So my character is Magnolia Moore. She is a teenager who is a plastic beauty and wants to get married to an older guy. That's all she wants.
Awesome. Perfect.
I'm curious as to what she qualifies as.
I know, he froze.
Yes, what qualifies as an older guy? I think that's where Nina was
Yeah.
going with that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Not super older. She's 17. She just wants a college boy.
Oh, I
Okay.
see. That's what I
Okay.
thought. That's what
Yeah.
teenagers think an older guy is.
Yeah.
He doesn't
Not
go
like-
here.
It's not like
Now-
don't stand so close to me, the police type of thing going on.
Yeah. I am curious because I've heard of people watching like K dramas or J dramas. Where do you watch Chinese television series?
So there's a lot on Netflix. There's like The Untamed, which I just finished, which is so good. And there's like the web novel with it too, and the donghua, and the manhua, and the
Okay.
audio drama. So
Okay, awesome.
there's a whole thing behind it.
All over. It's all I hear about from her.
All right.
Yeah.
Perfect. And yes, thank you, Matihi. I will turn myself up. Okay, awesome. Well, now that we have a new show to watch and we have been introduced to our beautiful cast, we can get started. So, first, I just kind of want to go around really quick. I've got a few basic questions that I'm going to ask each of you. You won't see me like typing or like doing various other things to take notes because I just want to be like engaged in the moment with you all, and I'll rewatch the VOD to get any notes that I need because that's the beauty of streaming things or recording things. But to start off, I'm gonna roll a d4 to see who I start with. I got 1. So Nina, we're starting with you again.
All right.
So-
Perfect timing. Let's
so
go.
Nina,
Mhm.
Andy. How old is
Yeah.
Andy?
I want to say she's a freshman, which would make her, what, 15?
14 is freshman. Like start of freshman year is 14.
Okay, are we starting freshman year?
You're all different ages, so.
I mean, are we starting school?
Yeah, I think this will be like the first couple weeks of school.
Okay, hold on. Let me Google when you can first get your like varsity, like try out for varsity.
Okay.
I should have done this beforehand.
I think if you're really, really good, they can like recruit you to varsity.
Especially at a small
Um,
school.
Yeah, especially at a small school. But
Okay, we're gonna say
you could also have beaten somebody up and taken their varsity jacket.
Yeah.
Might be one of the academic kids that gets a varsity jacket for some reason.
Like a math
Mathlete. Nice.
Andy is not a mathlete. I actually want to say that she's a sophomore and she didn't make varsity the first time, and she's kind of got a chip on her shoulder. For
Okay.
that.
Okay, so you're like 15. Cool. Love it. Perfect. Does Andy have any like close friends that we should know about?
No, actually.
Does she hang out with a group, or is she a bit more of a loner?
She hangs out with like kind of the like sports kids, but she used to hang out with like some of the like when she was younger, she had some close friends, but as they hit high school and they had different interests, they kind of drifted apart, and she did hear that some of them were talking about her behind her back.
Ooh, who are those people?
That's
I
a good
ask because I'm
question.
definitely not going to use this against you.
I'll say one of them was like her best childhood friend, and maybe she kind of had a crush on this girl as well.
Ooh.
We gotta name her. What's a good
Intrigue.
name for that kind of character?
Matihi, thank you for the 2 gift subs. I appreciate you. I'm pretty sure that gets us to 25, which will be the giveaway, but I'll figure that out here in a little bit. So what's the name of your childhood best friend?
What about Christine? I kind of like that.
Christine. Okay.
Sounds
Is that
kinda
with is that with a K or a CH?
CH.
Okay. Cool.
They used to go by Andy and Chris, but when they hit high school, Christine decided she didn't want to go by Chris anymore.
Ooh, awesome. Perfect. Did she like really kind of prep up, sort of?
Yeah,
Yeah. Got in
Yeah.
with the mean girl situation.
a little bit.
Oh no.
All right. Love it. And what about, I mean, she maybe counts as like a bit of an enemy now, sort of, but do you also have any other enemies or kind of antagonists to Andy's story? Maybe people she doesn't get along with particularly.
Does her dad count? Because we had talked about this a little
Yeah,
bit.
tell me about your dad.
Yeah. So, my dad, I don't remember what we named him, but it was
Wasn't
very
it like
funny.
Terry
Todd,
or Larry?
Todd
or...
Toddson or something.
I think so.
Andy's dad is kind of head of the neighborhood watch and an overall kind of uptight jerk.
Mm.
And he would rather she was doing better academically than sports wise, so he doesn't super support that. Her grades are not great.
Yeah. Okay, that makes sense. Like they're like borderline passing just so you can keep playing sports. Yeah. What sport does Andy play?
Andy plays rugby.
Rugby. Hell
Yeah.
yes. What a popular small town America sport.
Right? Exactly.
I was gonna say, Bliss
I can't
Oregon.
ever play football, so I was like, oh, but I
All-American
don't want her to
dream.
play like softball or something.
This is our real World Series. We can do whatever we want.
A varsity rugby team.
Yeah, perfect.
Small
Love
town Oregon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
it. Do you have any thoughts as to why rugby is a popular sport in Bliss, Oregon?
I think maybe we had like a player like that got really big from here that she
Okay.
didn't like play rugby in high school or anything, but they're trying to like cling on to that stardom. They're like, we had one good rugby player from Bliss and now we're trying to churn out another one.
Okay, got it. Love it. Perfect. All right. Thank you for the answers to those questions. Next up, we are going to have Graham. Okay, we're going in a very
Same order.
straight order. So I tried to make this more random.
RNG.
Brandon, how old are you?
I'm thinking Brandon's fresh into high school, so 14.
Okay, perfect. And I know in the backstory you sent me, you've answered some of these questions, but we're just gonna go over them for stream purposes in case any more new information comes out or anything like that.
No problem.
But does Brandon have any close, like, friends that he really kind of counts on? Or anyone we should know about?
I think those are probably his parents that he would count on the most. He's trying to make those deeper connections currently.
Okay, yeah. So tell me about your parents. What are their names? What do they do?
So my mom's name is Margot Kinsey. She's a night nurse at I think it's St. Gregory's Memorial Hospital.
Okay.
And then my dad is a pilot and one of the only people that flies in and out of Bliss.
Love it.
And his name is Flynn.
Okay. So does Bliss have, you imagine, like a really small kind of like regional airport that'll maybe take you to like Seattle or something so you can go on bigger flights? Okay, cool.
Or maybe just like mail shipments to Oregon.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Like
He flies the Amazon truck.
yes, he flies the Amazon truck from Seattle to Bliss.
Okay, perfect. Any other friends we should know about?
The people he would say are his friends, which may or may not be reciprocated, are Heath Schofield, who is like the popular dude with all the TikTok followers.
Yeah, of course.
And I think I named her, oh, I forgot. Her last name's Jackson. Price Jackson, who is maybe the mean girl in school.
The mean girl that kind of latches on to...
Or maybe we can change it to Christine. I don't know. That'd be kind of interesting.
Can't believe
Yeah.
Christine left me and adopted a smart kid.
You could do that if you want. Because I
don't
mean,
wanna
I think we had talked
impose.
about having Heath and the girl be sophomores as well. And
yeah,
then
older
kind
high
of
school
like...
students.
Yeah. So it could be Christine. The age is right. Do you want it to be?
I'm okay with it if Nina is.
Nina Wolverina? Is that
Yeah.
okay with you?
Works for me.
Okay,
Okay,
awesome. Cool. So Heath and Christine, love it. What sort of TikToks does Heath make?
Oh gosh.
Does he
My
do
millennial
epic lols
social
pranks
show.
or like dancing TikToks or
I think it's
makeup
like
advice?
I think it's like sports themed TikToks, like look how awesome I am, mixed with thirst traps.
Thirst traps for an underage person. Love it.
I mean,
Okay.
Aren't most TikTokers underage?
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay, I don't want to be.
No, their
creepy.
profiles say 18.
I swear.
It's fine. Okay, perfect. Who do you have any enemies or people you don't like or don't get along with well?
I think he probably has some friendships that maybe just fizzled
Okay.
in middle school. Maybe not animosity, but like just left abruptly. So there might be some bitterness there.
All right. Like who?
Like Jared Morrison.
Did you just pull that name out of a hat?
Yep.
Really good.
Because that wasn't in your background information, I don't think.
What?
You sounded real
Got him.
confident, like you had it ready.
Yeah.
Okay. Who's Jared Morrison? Like a childhood
Um,
friend that you just kind of like drifted apart from over the years?
Yeah.
He was into
That's-
Yu-Gi-Oh! You were into Magic. It just didn't work out.
Yeah, Digimon versus Pokemon. Didn't work out. Yeah, maybe they just developed different interests from elementary school to middle school,
Mhm.
and then sort of drifted apart pursuing their own interests.
Okay. Cool. And what sort of interests does Brandon have?
Brandon is very into geology, which is part of the reason why he likes Bliss and all the mining history there.
Mm-hmm.
And he's also into sailing, which he does with his dad occasionally. And he's sort of a social chameleon. He's so desperate to get along with other people that he will hardcore do a deep dive onto various topics that people he finds interesting or interested in. So like he's currently sort of pretending to be interested in track and field because Heath is interested in track and field.
Yeah.
And he's sort of interested in pop music because Christine's interested in pop music.
Yeah, that makes sense. Is Christine really interested in K-pop?
Sure, Graham is going to need to do a deep dive on K-pop.
Oh no.
It was like, here we go.
The research I have done has not gone to waste.
I don't know. I don't want to rewrite Nia's character.
Okay, perfect. So next, am I gonna roll a 3 or a 4?
Let's
Well,
see that
one-
3.
1 and 2 will be Ash, 3 and 4 will be Arabella.
Okay.
God damn it. Okay, Ash. It's the same order.
Rip.
All right. So, Ash,
Yeah.
how old is Justin?
I'll say Justin's about 12.
12? Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. So still like middle school.
Yeah.
Fresh 7th grader.
Oh yeah.
Love it. Okay. What sort of interests does Justin have? What's he into?
He's big into Fortnite.
Okay, of
as
course.
kids tend to be.
Yeah.
And just TikTok and social media in general.
Mm-hmm.
Other than that, he just likes to do nothing.
Okay. So what are the first 3 videos that show up on Justin's For You page?
First is game clips.
Okay.
Second is dance videos from girls his age.
Of course. Yeah. Well, they're 18, but they look
Sorry,
his age.
they're 18, they're older. He's into older women. And third would probably be like sick, nasty skate videos.
Okay, perfect. Wait, so is Justin into skating, or does he
He
just
is.
like
He
enjoy
just-
watching
He just
it?
can't skate.
Okay. Does he ever like? Does Bliss have like a skate park or anything that he ever goes to?
Bliss has a shitty rundown skate park that was made like way long ago when skating was getting a lot bigger.
Like
before
the
Justin's
90s?
time. Yeah, like 90s. Not Tony Hawk taking off.
Yeah.
They made it then, and they had a few skaters then, but now it's just kind of not maintained by the city anymore. It's just up to the people who actually want to be there.
Okay, that makes sense. Cool. I love that. Does Justin have any like close friends or
Yeah,
people that he like trusts?
he's got one, his best friend, also named Justin, actually. Justin Lee.
Okay.
Another Asian child, but he's Chinese, and they get mixed up, and they don't like it.
Yeah, that makes sense. Does Bliss have a large like Asian community, or do you think you two like bonded because there aren't many of you?
It's a small community, very tight knit. So
Okay.
they saw
yeah.
each other, and they're like, "That's that Spider-Man meme." Like, "Oh."
And what is Justin Lee like?
Justin Lee's very academic. He's a brainy guy. Not very strong, but he's good at lacrosse.
Okay. Love it.
Just because it takes a lot of precision and stamina, and he's got that, but he's not like any kind of Hulk anytime soon, especially not at 12 years old.
Yeah. So this is a side note. Until I moved to DC, I did not know Maryland is like really into lacrosse. Like it's
Yeah.
Really?
it's like their state sport. Yeah.
I know nothing about lacrosse.
I didn't either until I moved here. And I still don't know a lot, but I know more. But yeah, awesome. So we got Justin Lee, academic lacrosse player. Is he actually on a lacrosse team, or does he just play for fun sometimes?
Yeah. There are lacrosse teams, both middle and high school have
Yep.
lacrosse teams, and he's pretty up there. He's pretty good.
Awesome.
He's a good lacrosser.
Yeah, perfect. And who are some of Justin's like enemies or people that he doesn't get along with?
So there is Brody Davis.
Okay.
He's like the jockey, annoying, popular douche of the middle school,
Yeah.
and he's got a lackey for lack of a better term, really. He's a large, rotund child. He's like a Slovakian child, Ladislav Novak. Yeah.
I love this. I love how diverse this small town in America is.
Yeah.
Northwest do be like that a little
Yeah.
bit.
People came to Bliss for a reason, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Silver is universal.
So you particularly mentioned this what is it, Vladislav or Ladislav?
Ladislav.
Ladislav. You particularly mentioned him as like a lackey of this other guy.
Yeah.
Does he get like sent to bully people for the other one, or like what's special about this lackey? What's he do for the popular kid?
He's gigantic. He looks like he should be in high school. He's got a lot of weight to him.
Mm-hmm.
So he like his main way of messing with either of the Justins is to shove him down and sit on him for a while Brody does what Brody wants to do.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Perfect. Was there any reason that Brody and Ladislav started like picking on the Justins, or is it just kind of they're jerks and picked you randomly because either like you're nerds to them or dorks, or because of your racial identity?
Yeah, so Brody's first of all a douche, so that says a lot. Ladislaw was a new student, and Brody, the conniving little son of a bitch he is, saw the potential.
Yeah.
He's like, I could use him, and he needs me.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make sure he needs me. So he got himself a lackey, and then the two Justins, being, similar Asian descent, even though that doesn't actually play a part in his bullying. As much of a jerk as Brody is, to his credit, he is not racist.
Good. Love it.
Yeah,
Thank you for not making me play a racist.
Yeah, he's a woke bully. Racism's not cool, but if you want to bully someone, I mean, like, Brody's
It's like,
doing it.
hey, trans rights, Asian lives matter, Black
Yeah,
lives
yeah.
matter, but also fuck you. I'm gonna
Yeah,
throw you in the truck.
exactly. 100%. You're getting a wedgie, kid. That's what's happening. But I respect your racial identity, and I know that you're Korean and you're Asian, or you're Chinese. And
I
you're
don't
both
hate
fine.
based on racial identity, but I do hate dweebs.
Yeah, exactly. Nothing to do with you
Weebs
being
knows
Asian.
no
You guys
race.
are fucking nerds.
Yeah.
But they are kind of nerds.
Okay.
I mean, Justin Lee being very academic, and
you
Justin
playing Fortnite?
Park, being very into games, but he's kind of dumb, so
Okay.
easy pickings for bullying.
Totally. Last, but perhaps the most important question.
Mhm.
What console do you play Fortnite on?
C.
PC. Good answer. Okay, perfect.
Justin Park's a computer kid.
Do
And
we know how old Justin is? Did we already say that?
he's 12.
12.
12, okay.
That was
Sorry.
the
He's a
first thing we
youngin'.
went over.
Yeah. Youngin.
And last but not least, Magnolia. How old is Magnolia?
Magnolia is 17 and she's a senior.
Heck yes. She's the queen of the high school potentially. What are some of Magnolia's interests?
She likes romance novels,
Mhm.
fashion, makeup, skincare, and she likes to scroll through Instagram.
Okay, perfect. Does she, like, where would you say Magnolia is on kind of like the social ladder of the high school? Because we've talked about like, what is it, Hugh and Christine, or Eugene and Christine? I don't remember, but we've talked about them as kind of like being popular kids in the school. Maybe they're like popular to the underclassmen, but what's the social ladder looking like for Magnolia?
Magnolia's popular, but not well liked
Ooh, okay. And why is that?
because she's hot. And that's why she's
People don't
popular.
like hot people.
But she's also rude. Like, she doesn't really care. She doesn't like try to make friends with other people. She's kind of insensitive to others and in her own world. So
Okay.
doesn't make time for others like at all.
Okay, that makes sense. That works. Even though you're maybe not liked by a lot of people and you're kind of insensitive to people and all that other stuff you just said, who does Magnolia confide in? Who's like a close friend? Or does she even have a close friend?
She doesn't really have a close friend. She'll sometimes talk to her mom, but like not for advice, just kind of to rant.
Okay. And what's your mom like?
My mom's really busy. She works like receptionist job at a dentist office during the day, and then she like babysits overnight for someone who works like a night shift somewhere. So like I rarely see her. But she's really sad and depressing because like she just has like failed marriages, failed relationships. She's still hung up on her ex, and Magnolia thinks she's kind of sad and pathetic.
Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah, that's perfect. So Magnolia is into like college kids. Is there like a local community college in Bliss, or like what's like a close college that she'd maybe be acquainted with?
So there's the community college, which is just, what's the name of the high school again? I forget.
Probably just like Bliss High.
Yeah, it's just the Bliss Community College, but she doesn't like the people there because she hates local people. She does not like Bliss and wants to get out of there.
Okay.
So she'll sometimes hang out with those people because she thinks that they might know other older people that moved away. But there's like a college like an hour and a half outside of Bliss that's where like she wants to hook up with guys at.
Okay. And what's that college called? What's the name?
It's gonna be a generic like what? West Oregon College.
West Oregon University.
Yeah.
Okay, sounds good. Let's see. WOU.
Wow.
That does
Wow.
already exist.
West Oregon University.
Yes.
Awesome. We're
Cool.
that gives me. I don't have to make something up. I can just steal from them. Perfect. And is there anybody at that college that you're like close to, or you're like pining after, or hanging out with?
There's no one specific. She hasn't actually made it out there because she doesn't have a car. So she's kind of hoping that one of like the wealthier, popular people she hangs out with will eventually want to go out there so she can like bum a ride. But she's chatting and like trying to like Instagram posts and stuff. Just like throwing her net wide though.
Okay. Yeah. Cool. And you talked about a lot of people not particularly liking you, but is there anybody in particular that's especially antagonistic towards Magnolia that you just don't get along with?
I feel like if there were, Magnolia wouldn't realize because she like doesn't care.
Okay.
Like,
So you're just
about
like
people's
totally
perception.
You go to high school because you have to go there, but you're like checked out.
Yeah.
And you just kind of do the stuff. You don't really pay attention to anybody. And then
Yeah.
like your focuses are more on this college.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Do you have a car?
No.
So how do you get to this college?
The one that's far away, I haven't gotten there yet.
Oh, you haven't got there yet. Okay.
No, I'm trying to convince one of the people I'm not really friends with that is wealthier than me that has a car to like head out there, but because I'm not super well liked and they don't see a reason to go out there because there's the college guys here in this town that they're into, no one wants to drive an hour and a half away to go hook up with random college guys that won't even probably date them because they're an hour and a half away.
Okay, that makes sense. Okay, awesome. So we have gotten the introductory questions out of the way. Now we get to ask questions about you all and your relationships to one another. So real quick, I'm gonna ask you guys, who will go in reverse order of what we've done so far, so Arabella doesn't have to wait the entire time. And Nina has to wait for once. But I'm gonna ask you, who do you think your characters know well, and who do you think your characters don't know very well at all? I imagine I know what Arabella's gonna answer, potentially for all three, but I'm gonna ask anyway. So Arabella, in the group, who do you know well and who do you know not so well?
I would know your character's name was Brandon, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. I would know Brandon. He kind of circles the group I hang out with
Okay, cool.
like some of the younger people, but yeah. I know Justin
Okay.
pretty well because I worked at the elementary school for like 2 years, like as an after school program. And so
Okay. So
He
like
was
he was
there.
maybe like 4th or 5th grade at the time and you kind of
Yeah.
knew him from there. Awesome.
and then I don't really know Andy that well.
Okay. Well, that was a surprise. Thank you for the answers. I love that. Justin, who do you know well and who do you not know so well?
Justin obviously knows Magnolia through the after school program, and also because he despises going to the dentist where her mother works as a receptionist.
Perfect. Love that.
He also knows of Andy, but not really knows Andy because Justin Lee, who's very into athletics and stuff such knows Andy kind of.
Okay, yeah,
Kind
that
of
makes
looks
sense.
up to him. Doesn't really know Brandon, but Justin's dad runs a gas station, and every now and then, Brandon's dad will be in there and Brandon will be in the car.
Okay, cool. Perfect. Love it. Graham, who do you know well and who do you not know so well?
I think I've seen Magnolia, but she might be a little beyond my reach as a freshman to get to know really well.
Okay.
I think I said in my backstory that he's tried to throw some parties while his mom's on the night shift and his dad's out flying to try to get in with the cool crowd, and maybe Andy has come to one or two of those.
Okay.
I don't know if that would be her scene or not, but
I have a
feel like-
proposition for our characters when we get to me, but I'll wait until then and you can tell me if it's a yes or no.
Okay. And then I'm not sure that he would be aware of Justin.
Okay, cool.
Probably
Sounds
not.
good. And Nina, what you got? What's this proposition? I want to hear it.
Do we carpool to school, Graham, in the mornings?
Oh, I would love to carpool you to school.
Yes.
Because my mom and dad just get back from their shift.
They want to pass out.
Yeah.
So does your dad drive you to?
That's the question. Is it my dad or is it my way cooler mom who's like actually kind of nice? I don't know. What do you think, Emma?
What does your mom do for a living again?
I don't know.
She's a nurse.
Who's mom? Mine?
Didn't you say a nurse, or did somebody?
That's Graham's.
Graham's.
Mom.
Yeah.
I haven't
Okay.
mentioned my mom. I'm pretty sure my mom.
Who's your mom? What'd she do?
My mom's a librarian.
That's pretty dope.
Yes.
If
Yeah.
she's a librarian, I mean, either she's a librarian for the school or there's a public library that she works at, and both
She
of
could
those
be-
would open pretty early, and she could give you
Yeah.
guys
Either
a
way.
ride.
She drops us off super early at school.
Yeah. I actually kind of like that. So we're definitely doing it. But how about the others, Andy?
Andy is aware of Magnolia. Scared of her though.
Yeah, makes sense.
Very much so. Jealous of her skincare routine. In a big way.
Everyone is.
Everyone
Yes.
is. No, yeah,
The
absolutely.
Justins.
Never seen Justin before, knows nothing of Justin. Does hear about Justin, but because she's more familiar with Justin Lee, she just thinks everyone's talking about Justin Lee because no one really clarifies.
Okay. You will have to have had like one thing happen with Justin. But it could have been a thing of like maybe you didn't know who he was.
Yeah, probably. If she saw him and he like introduced himself, maybe she'd be like, oh yeah, I remember you from like, I don't know, one time I threw a ball and it hit you in the head. I felt real bad.
Yeah, totally. That works. Okay, now we get to ask questions. So let me find the questions in this. Here we go. So let's roll again. We'll see who we get. If I roll Nina again, okay, we got Ash.
All right.
Ash. So at this point, we're going to talk about one character, and starting off, we're going to talk about Justin, Ash's character.
Okay.
And we're going to go around, and based on how well you know Justin, you'll get a certain number of questions that I will ask you, and you and Ash can work together on answering these questions, or you can propose a lot of things. They can be, they're just things that kind of will help you flesh things out. We're gonna start with Graham, also known as Brandon.
Gramden.
Gramden. So Graham, you didn't know Justin very well, right? If I'm remembering correctly.
Correct.
So why don't you go ahead and roll me a d20?
Okay. 10.
10. Awesome. So, with a 10, how far would you go to get to know Justin and why?
I mean, like, if I hadn't, like, if I would out of the blue go out and see him, or if I was like,
No, just like-
started talking to him.
Say you guys have an introductory event. Who knows if you vibe well or not, but you two are talking, and yeah, hold up, I think the stream froze.
Oh no.
And, okay, the video froze. Hold up.
Sad day.
Yeah.
Rip.
There we go. Now it's working. Okay. So say you guys have like this introductory event where you kind of get a little taste of Justin, you know? Based on what you've heard of Justin so far, how far would you go to get to know him like a little bit better? Would you go not very far at all because you don't vibe very well with him, or would you like put some effort into it?
I think he would be polite, but I don't think it would get very far, just because I don't think our interests overlap currently. And
As far as I know, only thing
Yeah.
I think Justin knows about you is you're a freshman in high school, and that's probably the coolest person he knows.
okay.
Oh, he's older. He's in high school. He's in there.
Yeah, and maybe Brandon would play that up. Like he has an admirer and he wants to keep it like, oh, it's my cool little dude.
Yeah. Justin looks up to Brandon.
So
Yeah,
you got a
we'll just
cool
try to-
little dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll try to be more suave around Justin.
Okay, love that. So do you keep like Justin at an arm's length now that we've established kind of that like relationship, or no?
No.
So we've already established you don't know him very well, but is he someone that you want to know like a bit better, or do you just like having an admirer?
I think it's the latter. Having an admirer is nice.
Okay, that's like
And
that's street cred of being a cool kid.
right, yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Yeah, and he'll try to like fabricate each meeting when he's in a spot to show off something.
Yeah.
Totally.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Arabella, you said that you know Justin very well.
Yes.
Would you describe this as a positive or a negative relationship?
Negative.
Negative, really? Was he a
Drama.
shithead?
Ooh.
He's kind of dumb, and I worked with like tutoring and stuff, and he just would not pay attention. Would be like all over. Would be trying to do like a kickflip and stuff, and like, it's like, please come back in and like study. Like, the other Justin's great.
Yep, Justin Lee.
Yeah,
Perfect.
Justin Lee.
Has
poster
Justin got
child.
like tech decks, like the little fingers?
Yeah.
100%. He's got tech decks. Yeah.
He copies
Yeah.
all the skateboarding TikToks with his stick.
Yeah, he's
Exactly.
Does
But
he
he's, like,
make his
super
own-
annoying.
Does he make his own tech deck videos?
He makes
Oh,
tech deck TikToks.
Yes. And they get like 1 or 2 views or something.
Yeah, he's like, oh man, 3 views. This one's blowing
Hell
up.
yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I will say Justin and Magnolia have a strained relationship because he doesn't like to learn, really, not at school anyway.
Yeah.
And she was there to to tutor, and he's like, that's boring. I hate you. So they know each other well, and I'd say they have a sort of playfully antagonistic relationship.
Okay. I love
Like
that.
the annoying brother I did not want ever.
Basically, since Justin's an only child, he doesn't really have siblings to latch onto.
Okay. That is beautiful. Arabella, why don't you roll me a D20?
How do I do that?
So in roll 20,
Yeah.
there on the
If you
left,
look at the top of the chat, it actually says in the thing how to do it.
it does, but on the left there's that little toolbar, and there's one that kind of looks like a die.
Oh, look at that.
If you scroll over that, you can just click D20. 2.
Okay,
Perfect.
2.
Nice.
What secret are you keeping from Justin that you would be devastated if they found out?
Huh. Oh. What'd I do? Oh. I'll say... Crap. What did I keep from you?
You taught him to do a back handspring wrong.
What's a devastating secret
Devastating secret.
that I would care about Justin knowing?
Justin in particular.
I don't know. What if there was something where you were tutoring and I don't know, you got a text or something that Justin read and you played it off as something else.
Did you maybe tell him you have like a boyfriend? He doesn't go to this school. You wouldn't know him.
Oh, maybe you did that.
Oh my
He goes to a different
goodness.
school.
You actually like him.
I was gonna say.
Oh yeah, he's
secretly actually care about him.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say I stole money from you.
Oh.
Yes.
How much
You
was
thought
it?
you lost it. It was like $20.
Ooh,
That's a
nice.
lot of lunch money.
That's
Yeah,
a lot
that's
of lunch money for a
Big money for a
10-year-old.
middle schooler.
Yeah.
Yeah, you had it. I said you ran off, and it was just in your backpack, and I took it.
What'd
and
you
it was
spend
stupid.
that 20 on?
New clothes for a party at
Hell
the thrift
yeah.
store.
Yes, perfect.
God, Justin
Um,
dirty like that.
And
Poor Justin.
roll another d20.
One.
1. Okay.
One and
Good rolls
two.
here. Yeah.
Thank God we're not playing D&D.
What did this character do in the past that you still resent them for? We've talked broadly about like he wouldn't really pay attention while tutoring, but let's
I'll
talk
say
a
he, like-
specific event.
I'll say like he totally ruined like one of my
Embarrass
nicer
you?
outfits. No, one of my nicer outfits. You were being like a dick and throwing around like, I don't know, a canister of soup.
It's okay. Yeah, it's a soup fight.
Yeah, and it spilled all over my stuff, and it was what, like, I don't know, what's something like with just like a heavy red pigment, like a chili.
Tomato
Like-
soup.
Tomato soup and grilled
Yeah.
cheese.
Red pepper soup.
Yeah,
Roasted red pepper
A
soup.
smoky roasted red pepper soup. with
yeah, and then
paprika.
you didn't apologize for it either. So you were like, and I was so pissed. It was like my most expensive dress that I had bought.
Ooh, yeah.
Chester's like, eh.
It's like, oh, I thought that was closed.
It looks better now.
Yeah. I think
like
it
an
looks
art
good with
project.
color.
I like tie dye.
Yeah. Okay, that is amazing. Love it. And Andy, did you say you know Justin well or not at all?
I would say pretty much not at all.
Okay, great. Give me a d20 roll.
I hit him on the head with the ball once.
The rugby ball.
He just stood there and took it.
He's like, where'd that come from?
He's like, whoa.
All right, a 7. What is one brief positive interaction you've had with this kid?
I saw him playing with his tech decks, waiting to get picked up from school, and I just walked by, and I was like, "Hey, cool tech decks." I had one of those when I was younger, and that was it.
Cool, perfect, love it. Next up, let's roll another die, see what we get. Arabella, awesome. So now we're gonna go over everybody's kind of experiences with Magnolia. Starting off, let us go with Nina. You haven't started in a while.
Yeah, one whole turn or whatever.
Did you say you knew Magnolia well or not very well?
Know of her, but not very well.
Okay, so roll me another d20. 8. Based on what you know, how is Magnolia different from the rest of her family? So this also gets into, what do you know about her family?
Yeah, what do I know about her family? Do you have any siblings at all?
No, only child. You'd probably, because it's a small town, you'd know that my mom works at the dentist office and that she's like, I don't know if you know
Exhausted.
she was, yeah, you'd probably know she's exhausted because she probably looks like she's dead on her feet all the time. And that you'd probably know she's like a single mom.
Okay, cool. I think what Andy knows about you that makes you different from your family is that as far as things are going right now, you seem to have it all. And you seem to be on the right track for life.
Perfect. Cool. Next up, let's go. Graham hasn't had to go last. Let's go Ash. Ash, you know Magnolia pretty well, right? That's what we established?
Yeah.
Okay. Why don't you, and is this, to you, is this a positive or a negative relationship?
I'm kind of mixed. Mostly
Okay.
negative, but it's cool for Justin having like an older person to attach to.
Yeah, we can do like one from each category. So why don't you roll me a d20 and I'll give you a positive question.
Okay. Hey, nat 20, baby.
Hey, is that on a question?
Yeah.
What item did Magnolia give you that you treasure?
She had an old comb. It was just something she dug out of her purse. But Justin doesn't take care of his hair much because he doesn't care. And she combed it out for him. It's like, there, you look much nicer.
Aww.
And she was like, you know what? You can just keep that.
I don't want it anymore.
yeah. She was like, this is trash. And Justin's like, Master has set me free.
Awesome. Love it. Perfect. Roll another d20 for your negative question.
Okay. 13. Ooh,
13. What part of this character's personality scares you?
How absolutely cold Magnolia feels. As much as Justin looks for a point of attachment.
She's frigid.
Yeah, she to him, she feels like she could commit murder and just be like, all right, time for lunch. I'm gonna go get maybe some soup.
Okay. Awesome. Perfect. And then Brandon. Brandon, did you know Magnolia well or not very well?
Not very well. I think he has sort of like I think he's reasonable about where he can get to in a social ladder, and she's too high.
Okay, that makes
So
sense.
he'd rather her think he's like chill or whatever than him be too forward in interacting with her.
Okay. Cool. Why don't you go ahead and roll me a d20?
Will do. 12.
12. How far would you go to avoid being alone with Magnolia?
Oh.
Interesting question. Kind of the opposite of what you got before.
Yeah. Dice are rigged. I think he would try to avoid being alone with Arabella just because she's so beautiful that it puts him off. And
Okay.
he would just totally embarrass himself if he was ever to interact with her alone.
Yes, but how far would you go to avoid being alone?
I think like hiding in the bathroom at a party. I'm on the phone.
Fake phone call.
Yeah. Mom needs me right now. Dog got out.
Do you have a dog?
Apparently.
Well, what kind of dog is it, Graham?
It's a mutt. It's a rescue dog.
Okay.
Aw.
What's their name?
Maddie.
Maddie.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Awesome. Love it. Perfect. Next up, Nina, you're 1, 2. Graham, you're 3, 4. Graham.
Oh boy.
All right. Let's start off with Ash. Ash, did you know Brandon well or not very well?
Kind of in between.
Okay. Let's give you, because you kind of like look up to him, right?
Yeah.
Let's give you one positive relationship question.
Okay.
So why don't you go ahead and roll me a d20?
A nat 1.
Ooh,
Wow.
The duality.
Ooh.
Over the place.
This is
You
a
and Amanda can do
juicy
both.
question. This is a juicy question.
Ooh.
Juicy juice.
What did this character do for you that makes you owe them a debt you can't repay?
Okay.
Wow.
Woohoo.
I don't know you that well, but I
Yeah.
have an undying debt to you.
4.
You can know somebody not very well, but maybe to them you did something like huge, you know?
Oh, true. Okay. I see.
So a debt that. Wait, who owes who?
So you owe Brandon a debt you can't repay.
Okay.
What did he do for you?
I think Justin was probably trying to sweet talk a girl,
Okay.
and Brandon happened to be nearby, and he did that thing that boys do, be like, right, Brandon? I did that, right?
Yeah.
Then
Yeah.
Brandon's like, yeah. And since he's an older dude in high school, like, she just believed him. She's like, oh damn, guess he did do a triple backflip off the Hoover Dam and land it.
Yeah. Totally.
I was there.
And now that girl is your girlfriend. No. I don't know.
No.
Cool. Love it. And yeah, that's perfect. So next up, let's go with Arabella. Arabella, you knew Brandon well or not very well?
I said well, but now I'm thinking not well.
Okay, we can totally do that.
I think I know of him like decently, but like we're not
Yeah.
friends at all.
Okay, yeah. So why don't you give me a d20 roll?
Or
4. Awesome.
High roller today, huh?
yeah.
1, 2, and 4.
What charming habit is this character known for throughout the town?
Charming habit. I'll say that you're good at like including people. Like whenever there's like parties or events, like you invite everyone, like you're talkative to everyone. Like sometimes it's annoying, but like it's appreciated, especially for like the like way nerdy lower end kids, you know?
The low tier nerds.
Yeah, the low tier nerds.
Whoa, dear. Oh, that's great.
Awesome. I like that a lot. Okay, and Nina,
That's why he talks to Justin.
you said
Basically.
you know Brandon well, right?
Yes.
I mean, you guys carpool.
Yeah.
So,
I know where he lives.
yeah. So
Maybe our parents are friends.
go ahead and give me a d20 roll. 6. Ooh, what role did this character play in the best day of your life?
Oh, wow.
Oh, that's a good question.
Should beat him up.
He was my punching bag. My knuckles didn't even hurt afterwards.
Yeah, it was great. It had the perfect mix of firmness and softness.
Yes.
I think that the day that Andy made the rugby team initially, she was having a very bad day, and she like didn't didn't think that she'd made it. She felt like she'd had a very bad tryout, so she didn't even check the list. And then on like the ride home, Brandon was like, I saw you made the rugby team. Good job. And she just hadn't heard or anything. She was like, what?
Aw, that's cool.
That's cool.
And that
My
forever
character is
changed
so
your
nice.
life.
Yep.
All right, and give me another d20 roll. 15. What do you and this character have a mutual weird love of?
Is this where I bring out the ska, Graham?
No, yeah, I love that. We listen to ska to and from work.
Yeah, we both
He's-
make my mom play ska in the
Yeah.
car, and she secretly hates it, but she does it
Yeah.
for us. I used to do that with my little sisters. They make me play Justin Timberlake's "Can't Stop the Feeling" on the way and back from karate. So it's like that's that all over again, but with ska.
Love it.
I like to
What?
think like Brandon is trying to listen to all this popular music to try to fit in with everybody, and then like the car ride is just like, something good.
What's a ska band that you two both like? It can be real or fake.
I'm gonna
Fake
put
or
out a
fake?
real one. I want to say they both like the Mighty Mighty Boss Tones.
Oh, hell yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, shout out to the Mighty Mighty Boss Tones. I haven't heard of them, but they're apparently good.
They were on Elmo Palooza. They sang a song with the Counts.
Oh, great.
That's how you know
awesome.
you made it.
Right?
Sesame
Yeah.
Street.
Yeah,
Okay.
Bring it on, Queen. Were you with Elmo? No. Not with the Count, sure.
All right, perfect. Love it. So cool. Next up, we have Andy. Right? Andy's the only one left?
Yeah, I am.
Okay. Let's start off with Graham.
Okay.
Graham, you know Andy pretty well.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I forgot to ask. Is it a positive or a negative relationship?
I think it's positive, but
Yeah.
like I don't think they acknowledge it at school. It's like confined to the carpool.
A car ride?
Yeah.
Maybe like
Happens in
neighborhood
the carpool.
barbecues?
Yeah,
Things in
yeah.
the carpool.
Okay, cool. So why don't you go ahead and roll me a d20?
We're kind of like
Okay.
cousins, you know, where it's like when we're together, we do really well, but we don't really go out of the way to hang out with each other.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
19.
What's your first memory of Andy?
Maybe my first memory of Andy is, did we want to say our parents were friends, or do we want to just say we started carpooling?
I
Like-
think parents being friends makes sense since my dad's like, he thinks he's a big deal.
Okay.
Head of the
So-
HOA? That's a huge deal.
That's a huge deal.
Yeah, it's huge.
We'll say that like one of our parents had a barbecue, and I was like on a swing in a gym set in the backyard, and Annie just came up and goes, "That's my swing," and just pushed me straight off. That's where I sit, stiff arm. And
Yeah.
I gave her space.
I love it.
That's beautiful. Incredible. Thank you for that. Roll me another d20.
All right.
12. Why do you have a bond with Andy that can never be broken? Is it just the
I
love
think-
of ska, or is there something more?
I think it's. Are you an only child too? Are we all only child?
I think
We're
we
all
might
only
all-
children.
I want to
Yeah.
say maybe I have like a baby sibling, like not baby, but like 4 or 5. But I don't hang out with them because I'm in high school and they're in preschool, and it's like, what are you gonna do as a baby? But yeah, no.
I'm gonna say maybe later on it was the ska music, but I feel like he sort of sees her maybe as a big sister type deal. Like she's big and tough, and he knows that she can beat people up.
Yeah, totally. Yeah.
And I think he just respects her,
Okay.
like
That's
doing her
cool.
own thing. And, yeah.
Love that. That's cool. All right. Justin, you didn't know Andy very well, right?
No, not really.
Okay. Give me a d20 roll.
Okay.
5. What strange record does Andy hold in the town?
Strange record.
Yeah.
It can be as like teenage gross as you want it to be, because she's a pretty gross girl.
No, actually, so we'll say at Justin's dad's gas station, they had a little food eating contest that Andy entered, and she destroyed it, absolutely demolished it, and that was the day that he also decided to never do those contests again.
What kind of food was it?
Let's say gas station wings.
Gas
Oh.
station wings.
That
Oh
did
my
not
God.
go well for me afterward. I'm
not
sure.
only did she destroy those wings, but she also destroyed the bathroom afterwards.
Yeah, that makes sense. Some say it still hasn't recovered to this day.
Yeah.
At your dad's gas station.
Yeah.
It's like written on the wall, Andy was
It's-
here, and then
It's
underneath
the
it says,
town's
we
only
know.
24/7 gas station.
Public restroom. Yeah.
Is it like a nice gas station or like a kind of
It's not-
shitty shell that you'd find in the middle of nowhere?
Kind of hole in the wall, not too shitty, but like you don't want to hang out and eat wings there, you know?
Yeah. That makes sense.
But he's trying his damnedest to make it like nicer and better, but it's a tough place to be.
Yeah. He's like, one day I'll be the Bucky's of this town.
Exactly. Yeah.
Oh.
That's why he's trying like wing eating contests and getting weird foods in. He's trying to make a nice quirky place.
Yeah. I
Andy
like
comes
that.
through and just wrecks shop.
Yeah.
I wonder if Bliss has like really good food from all like the international people that live there. Or maybe it's probably too small.
I don't know. Does it?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
Yes.
Lots of good local restaurants. Perfect. Magnolia, you don't know Andy very well, right?
No, I do not.
Okay, so why don't you give me a d20 roll?
14.
14. Who does this character have a very public feud with?
Ooh.
I mean, like, her whole thing with Christine's, like, known. Because, like, Christine, she's younger than me, but, like, because we're a small town, like, you still kind of know who the more, like, popular people are. So their
Yeah.
whole falling out is more well known, but...
Okay, totally. Cool. Was there an event, like, we talked about how you two kind of, like, grew apart, but was there, like, a final nail in the coffin, so to speak, of, like, a big event that happened between the two of you that really kind of was, like, the last straw that made things a bit sour?
Here it is. I want to say that my first like big rugby game, like I was really excited about it. Magnolia had a party the same night, and Christine chose to go to Magnolia's party instead of coming to my game.
Oh, that's harsh. That's real harsh. Okay. With that, the relationship questions are over. And I have just one final set of questions to ask all of you. This is taking place... When does school start? Like July? August? I don't remember. August?
I think
It-
August or September.
Yeah.
September
Yeah,
is
end of-
when it starts in Washington. I don't know if it's
We're
Oregon's
gonna
different.
say September. So
Okay.
we're gonna start September 13th. Wait, let me make sure that's a Monday this year. Oh my God, September 13th is a Monday. Okay.
Oh my gosh.
Nice.
Monday the 13th. Been circled on the calendar.
Monday the
Dreadful day.
13th is when the first episode of the session is going to take place. You each have something that you're either looking forward to or dreading happening today. I kind of like the idea of randomizing this a bit. Are you guys down for that?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
so I'm gonna
Love it.
roll a d4 for each of you. Odds are something good is happening today. Evens are something like bad is happening today. So let us start with Ash.
Oh.
Ash, something good.
Oh.
No, Evans is good. That feels right.
Yeah. Sorry about that.
Ash, something good is happening to you today. Something that you're really looking forward to. Not just like a thing of like, oh, like Justin Lee has owed me a Coke and he's finally gonna like give it to me. But like something like significant. What's going on?
Oh, something significant. What the heck is significant for the start of the year for a 12-year-old?
It doesn't have to be something related to school. It can be related to Fortnite. Or something else. Skating, maybe.
Maybe it'll be the day that Justin gets his first actual skateboard.
Oh yeah, that's so
yay.
It's very hype.
cool. Is this something that your parents are getting for you, or is somebody else gifting this to you?
This is something Justin's worked for, as
Okay.
he goes back to the gas station after school to work sometimes, because he's been asking for this. His dad's like, well, you want it, you gotta earn it. You're gonna have to work here.
Ooh yeah.
He's like, I'll do it. And he's worked all year, and this is the day.
Heck yeah, I love that. Perfect. Next, let's hit up our pal Nina Wolverina.
Yeah.
You have something that you're not looking forward to happening today. Something more significant than just like, oh, you have a test in biology. But what's going
the
on
first
with
day.
Andy? Well, this is like 2 weeks into the school year.
Okay.
2 weeks into the school year. I want to say Let me think.
Okay.
Let me think.
Actually, I'm gonna change up the date. It's gonna be September 17th, so that Friday.
Okay, so we're a week into school.
No, this is the end of the
This is
second
the end
week.
of the second week. Got it.
Yeah.
I don't think it would make sense for tryouts to be this week, would it?
This is our world. We can do whatever we want.
Okay. Then tryouts are this week. And I am like sick to my stomach about
And
this.
tryouts for varsity, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So you're already in like JV. You know you'll still have a spot in JV, but fuck JV. You want to
Fuck
be
JV. I want to be varsity.
Who cares about JV?
Yeah.
JV doesn't get any girls.
Yeah.
No one goes to the JV games.
All right. Awesome. Next up, let's hit Arabella. Not physically.
Let's
but-
start. Yeah, okay.
Arabella, something good is happening today. What's happening? What's up?
I'm supposed to be meeting with the guidance counselor about colleges.
Ooh, yeah.
Oh.
Awesome.
Good one.
Who's the guidance counselor? What's their name?
Mrs. Let me see.
Mrs.
Mrs. It'll be. I'm so bad at thinking of names on the fly.
I mean, we can't all be Graham.
Yeah.
Ah.
Honestly.
Okay. She'll be Rebecca Masterson. But she makes
Ooh.
everybody call her Becky, and she wants all the kids to call her Becky.
Oh,
Okay.
She's a cool counselor.
She's a cool counselor.
she. Becky with the good hair.
Do you like Becky, or is it just kind of like an annoying relationship?
She's okay. She's like kind of young, but
Yeah.
like, so she's not like super out of touch.
Yeah,
But she's
like
kind of
maybe
like-
mid-20s or something.
Yeah, so she's like not super out of touch. So I like that she's just like has some knowledge, and she went to school out of like not bliss. So,
Mhm.
but then she came back for some reason, God knows why.
Mhm.
And So like I like her for that reason because I'm like super interested in like going to college, not in Bliss, but she's kind of really like hyper bubbly like person.
Perfect. Love it. I'm gonna be great playing this character. Okay, cool. And last but not least, Brandon. Either way this rolls, if you're having a hard time thinking of something, I have suggestions because of things you put in your backstory.
Okay.
But you don't have to do those if you have an idea.
Okay.
Something you are dreading is happening. That's really weird that they rolled 4-3-4-3.
Yeah.
That is.
I think the thing he's dreading is the like rite of passage at the lighthouse is coming up.
That's what I was gonna say.
Ooh.
That's what I was gonna suggest.
And he's scared of showing his true colors, spending the night at the lighthouse with all the cool kids.
Yes. So for the audience, we met before to talk a little bit about the town and just start kind of formulating ideas for these characters. And in Bliss, Oregon, there's a lighthouse that's kind of like an old, creepy, abandoned lighthouse, and it's a rite of passage for kids to like go there and spend the night there, where it's supposedly haunted and like some kids have gone missing or whatever, just like real spooky, scary. And Brandon is going to be doing that soon. Awesome, love it, perfect, great. Okay, are there any last details or insights or anything about the town you would like to suggest or speak into existence before I start putting the final pieces together and we're getting session 1 started? That sounds like a no to me.
Yeah.
Suckers, you could have added dragons.
Damn it.
Wait,
I was thinking
I kind of
dragons.
thought the dragon thing was up to you.
what's our?
I thought that was implicit.
What were you gonna ask, Graham?
We have the school mascot, right?
Yeah, it's the Buccaneers.
Buccaneers. Okay.
Yeah. The Bliss Buccaneers.
We did
Okay.
not decide school colors.
Were we black and blue? I thought
Black
you
and
had
blue was
pitched black and blue.
suggested.
Oh,
I
that'd
don't
be
know.
cool.
Black and gold sounds cooler.
Black and gold do sound cool.
But it's very
yeah.
goth.
It is. It's kind of. I mean, Buccaneers like gold.
It's
That's
true.
true.
Okay, gold has to be there. Black does not necessarily.
How about gold and blue?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah,
Sea
classic
is
school
blue.
colors.
Yeah.
Those are like
Actually,
the classic school colors.
Yeah, those were actually my school colors back in
I think
the day.
4 of the schools I went to had blue and gold.
I never
we go,
had
blue
went
and
to a
gold.
school with blue.
Classic.
Oh, really?
Water
And purple and,
and
silver,
gold.
and then we had green and
Oh.
white.
I don't remember any of my school colors except for high school and college.
Yeah.
High school
Yeah.
was green and black, and college it was green and gold.
Green and gold.
Yeah,
Nice.
I had blue and silver and blue and gold for community college and high school.
Yeah,
So very boring. Very, very boring.
Yeah.
that's fun. Okay, cool. Well, that is all the questions I have for you today for the session 0 of our Kids on Bikes game. I'm really excited to get started with all of this. I have a lot of fun ideas planned for you all. And it's just gonna be a good time. For the audience, we have reached enough subs to have a giveaway. We are going to be giving away 2 sets of dice from a queer dice maker. And I will be tweeting about it, and we will be doing the contest through Twitter. So, if you don't follow me on Twitter, or you are just scrolling by and you don't know who I am, then please, by all means, follow me at twitter.com/EmmaPanada, and I will be tweeting out those contest details very, very soon. But until then, thank you all so much for coming and hanging out with us. one last time, let's go around and say who you are and where people can find you if they're interested. Nina.
Hi, I'm Nina. You can find me at Nina Wolverina on Twitch, Twitter, and Instagram. It's on your screen, so that'll make it easy for you.
Yes. And Graham.
I'm Graham. You can find me at Throcket Man, which is a Elton John reference, not a Kim Jong-un reference. My last name is Throckmorton. It should be somewhere. I don't know. But yeah, follow me if you want. If you don't, that's cool.
That's not cool. And Ash.
You can find me on Twitter at Zephyr Chaotic, somewhere up here, I think.
Yep.
For all your ship posting needs.
Perfect. And Arabella.
I am sincerely.arabella on Instagram. That is the only social media I kind of use.
Yep. Perfect. Cool. Well, thank you all once again. I'm really excited to get this campaign going. We will not be playing next Sunday as one of us will be out of town visiting family. And
Don't say who. It's a mystery.
it's a mystery.
No.
But we will be playing the next week, and that will be our first episode, and it's going to be a really great time.
I'm so excited.
Yeah,
Me too.
I'm ready.
Otherwise, if you want to come back on Tuesday nights, we have a campaign run by Matihi there in the chat. That is Curse of Strahd, and we just finished episode 1 this past Tuesday, and we are hitting up episode 2 with our first venture into Barovia this next session. So it's going to be real exciting and maybe deadly. So come and watch us die. It'll be fun. But thank you all so much. Pay attention to my Twitter so you can get details on that giveaway, and have a great week. But
A blissful week.
a
blissful
blissful
week.
Oh, that's good. Have
Yeah.
a blissful week. Thank you all. Goodbye.
Bye.